in that election, something quite fascinating happened. Young people got off their backsides and started to realise they could make a difference. I speak to those people in schools and universities and marches and events all the time. I know they care about foxes. I know they care about badgers. I know they care about elephants. And when they went to the polls, they made sure those MPs knew they cared as well. And some of them didn't come out the other end. They lost their seats just because of that. And that's why it's so important that we keep campaigning and fighting. We have leverage now. Many of those MPs are on small majorities. There will be another election in 2 or 3 years' time, and they will need the young vote. And the young vote doesn't want badger culling. The young vote doesn't want foxes to be killed. The young vote doesn't want grouse shooting or the ivory trade. It's caring and compassionate, and if they don't listen to them, they'll be out on their backsides. Would you agree? We are only a few weeks away from the 5th year of the national disgrace. The national disgrace that is the badger cull. We have seen 15,000 badgers killed and £40 million cost. They've tested none of them for TB. We can be pretty certain most of them are completely free of that disease. They've shot nearly half of them by a free shooting method that could take nearly 5 to 10 minutes for those animals to die of gunshot wounds or multiple organ failure and blood loss. Do any of you think that's acceptable? It's an absolute bloody disgrace, that's what it is, and it should stop. There is no scientific justification. We know the vast majority of infections are cattle to cattle. Badgers do not infect cattle with TB. It's the other way around. We saw in Cumbria a few weeks ago that badgers have the disease. It's because cattle had poured it into the county, bringing in from the outside. Would you agree? And we've had an outbreak of TB in all places, the Isle of Skye. Does anyone believe that badgers in the Isle of Skye? I believe there's a very small number that are there. You're spreading TB to cattle, do you? No! It's cattle that are coming in on the back of a lorry that's spreading it to some of the most remote parts of our country. And that's the absolute scandal of this. Spending all that taxpayers' money on a policy that is destroying wildlife, is not helping farmers get on top of this disease, and is terribly, terribly cruel. It's a disgrace. It's being driven for political reasons. It's being driven for votes. Well, those votes aren't there anymore. Cheating hanging on by our fingertips. I can tell you badger culling will cost them more MPs when the next election comes. So Michael, go do the decent thing once in your life and stop this auto madness now, wouldn't you agree? And people say to me, why are you connecting all these issues, fox hunting and badger culling? Well, let's just talk about fox hunting for a moment, because we know that foxhounds carry TB. We know that foxhounds are getting TB from infected carcasses they're being fed. And we know they're spreading it around the countryside, but the government denies it, the veterinary industry denies it, and the hunting industry denies it. That's an absolute disgrace, would you agree? And we also know this, we know the terrier men, we know the illegality that goes with the hunt, we know the disgusting cubbing that's going on at the moment, but we know they're sending terriers and dogs down those sets, they're filling in badger sets. They want badgers free from the countryside because that will put off the dogs from the scent, it will stop them killing the foxes and the cubs. So fox hunting is directly related to badger crime, wouldn't you agree? Yes! And then we come on to the so-called glorious 12th. The grouse shooting that we know has no place in modern society. It's not ecologically justified. We know that they're cutting down trees, that's leading to more flooding. We know that the meat that's being consumed is full of lead shot, so it's dangerous for anyone to consume. We know that the actual grouse moors themselves are eradicated of all wildlife that competes for those birds. The stoats, the weasels, the hares, the badgers, and of course our most beautiful endangered species like the hen harriers are being wiped out in front of our eyes through greed and corruption, wouldn't you agree? Yes! And why, oh why, as Friends of the Earth have said today, is our public money subsidising grouse moors? Is there any justification for that? When we've got schools that are not being funded, we've got hospitals that are not being funded, we are funding with our taxpayers' money grouse moors. Do you think that's acceptable? Something is changing in this country. The hunting, the shooting, the fishing community, the landowning, farming communities that for too long have taken power for granted, that think they have everyone in that place over there in a headlock, that can get what they want all the time, are beginning to get a nasty shock. because public opinion is moving against them very, very strongly. People power matters, coming onto the streets of a city like London today and showing again in our thousands that we're here to care. Getting the coverage as Chris and others will on the news tonight that will reach millions of people, will show that the days of the grouse moors, will show the days of farming by we commit suicide effectively in our farming industry by crucifying all the wildlife around farms is completely disgusting. It will show that we will not ever support the notion that the Hunting Act, the most popular piece of legislation in this country today, backed by a vast majority of people, should be disbanded just to allow the Conservatives to get some grubby votes in the election. Wouldn't you agree? Yes! We are a caring, compassionate people. We are making a difference. We must keep standing together. We have to fight these battles for many more years to come. We must keep sharing the images of these marches. We must keep going back into the fields. I want to say thank you to the hunt sounds. Thank you to the hunt monitors. Thank you to everyone on the front line, despite the threats and intimidation of protecting wildlife in our country today. And I want to say thank you to the Hunt Investigation team that have brought a whole new area of expertise in media management. We'll work with them in the Badger Trust. League Against Cruel Sports will work with them. They'll get as much support as we can give them because they are opening the eyes to the world to the horror and the cruelty on grouse moors, the horror of fox hunting and the increasing horror of the badger cull as well. We want to bring the truth to people's eyes. There's no hiding this disgusting reality. We will stop this madness because we're caring and compassionate people. The days of killing wildlife for politics in this country are over. Don't play politics with wildlife. Don't play politics with wildlife. You're going to be finished as a politician if you do that. Don't you agree? Thank you very much. I think we might have an opportunity, as I'm finishing now, bring Nigel back. Are you there, Nigel? We're going to try and link up with El Plumar, I think. We have some people there on the moor. We can try and do that.